Have you ever stopped to think how just changing a verb tense can flip the whole meaning? Making something sound temporary or, even talking about the future. Today we're doing a deep dive into a tense you probably think you've got down, the present continuous. But it's got some surprising aspects, some hidden depths we want to explore.
Absolutely. It's funny, isn't it? We all learned the ing form means right now, but then you hear something like, I'm seeing my dentist tomorrow.
Yeah.
And, well, that's perfectly good English. Often it's actually the best way to talk about future plans. That's just one example of what we're digging into. The goal here is to really unpack the versatility of the present continuous. By the end, you should have a much clearer, more, let's say, nuanced grasp of it.
Okay, sounds good. So let's unpack this. Where should we begin? Maybe the absolute basics, the building blocks.
Good idea. Let's start right there. How do we actually put this tense together? It's pretty straightforward, actually. The basic recipe is just be plus the main verb plus ing. So you get sentences like, he's washing his car, or maybe they're watching a film. Simple as that.
Okay. And making it negative.
Just as simple, really. You slot not right after the be verb. So she isn't doing anything, or I'm not working on that right now.
Got it. And then for questions, we just flip things around.
Exactly. The verb be jumps before the subject. So if you have you're talking to me, the question becomes, are you talking to me? And what's fascinating here is this rule holds firm, even with question words.
Yeah.
What, why, how, all those. The be verb still goes before the subject. What are you watching? Where are they going?
Okay.
The crucial thing to remember, and this trips people up sometimes, even advanced learners, you don't add extra words like do or did. Forget about them for present continuous questions.
Ah, right.
It's purely about changing the word order. That's it. It really simplifies things once that clicks.
Yeah, that's a really key point. No do or did. Okay. So we know how to build it. Let's move on to the meanings, the how you use it part. The most obvious one first, I guess. Something happening, like right now.
That's a classic one, yeah. Use number one, actions happening at the very moment of speaking. Like those examples we used. He's washing his car. He's out there with the bucket right now. They're watching a film. The movie's playing as we speak. It's immediate.
Okay, standard stuff.
But then use number two builds on that, and this is where it gets a bit more nuanced. It's for something that has started but isn't finished.
Okay, so like washing the car he started, he's not done. How's that different?
Well, yes, he's washing his car fits that too. But this use also covers actions that are ongoing around now, but maybe not at this exact second. Think about, I'm reading a good book at the moment.
Right, you're probably not reading it while you're saying that.
Exactly. Or she's looking for a new apartment. Yeah, she might be working or sleeping right now, but the process, the search, is ongoing. It hasn't finished. So if we connect this to the bigger picture, this use stretches the idea of continuous beyond just this instant. It's about an activity in progress around this period of time.
Ah, I see. That makes sense for things like I'm learning Spanish or we're renovating the house. You're not doing it 24/7, but the project is active.
Precisely. It's an active state.
Okay. What's use number three? You mentioned describing a picture.
Yes, it's a specific but common one. When you describe what's happening in a photograph, you use the present continuous.
Why is that? Even if the photo is old?
Because a picture captures a moment in time, freezing the action.
Yeah.
So you're describing the ongoing action within that frozen moment. Like in this photo, they are sitting on a beam high above the city. Or the two men on the left are smoking. Some of them are eating sandwiches.
Huh. So you treat the picture like a live scene happening now, in a way.
You could think of it like that, yeah. It's about the action depicted in the image.
Interesting. Okay, use four sounds intriguing temporary situations or things different from the usual.
This one really highlights the power of choosing this tense. It creates a contrast. So compare. He lives with his parents. That sounds pretty permanent, right?
Yeah, like that's his normal situation.
But if you say he's living with his parents, suddenly it implies it's temporary. Maybe saving for his own place or between apartments.
Oh.
Or another one, she works in the marketing department. That sounds like her regular job, but she's working in the marketing department maybe just for this month. Perhaps her usual department is something else entirely.
Wow, okay. So the continuous really signals this isn't the permanent state of affairs.
Exactly. It flags it as temporary or unusual. A very useful distinction.
Definitely. And the fifth core use, something about change.
Yes. Talking about a changing situation. Things that are in the process of developing or evolving over time and likely to continue. Think about trends or ongoing developments. The population of our city is growing by around 5% a year.
Right, it's a process.
Or my English is slowly getting better. It's not static, it's improving over time. Or even the river used to be really polluted, but it's getting cleaner. It shows that ongoing process of change.
So all these first 5 uses, they kind of revolve around something happening, well, around a moment in time, whether it's immediate, ongoing, temporary, or changing.
That's a great way to summarize it, yeah. The core idea is action or state in progress around a point in time.
Okay, I think I've got those. But you mentioned some surprising uses. Here's where it gets really interesting, right? Uses that are, like, completely different.
Well, maybe not completely different, but definitely less intuitive for learners. Use number 6 is a big one. Arrangements in the future.
Ah, yes. You mentioned I'm seeing the dentist tomorrow.
Exactly. This is incredibly common in everyday English, especially for plans you've already made. People often reach for will, but the present continuous is often more natural for fixed arrangements. The key is it's for sort of solid plans where you know the when and or the where.
Okay, so
Like, we're meeting outside the cinema at 8.0 tonight, or they're coming to ours for dinner on Saturday. Even asking, what are you doing next weekend, uses this tense.
it does feel more concrete than just saying, I will meet.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It implies the arrangement is made. It's in the diary, so to speak.
Yeah.
Very common for social plans and the near future.
Got it. Future arrangements. What's next on the surprising list? Use 7. Something about being annoyed.
Yes, this is a more specialized one. Talking about something strange or more often annoying that happens frequently. The structure here is specific. Present continuous plus an adverb like always, constantly, or continually.
Okay, so you need the adverb.
Absolutely crucial. For example, he's always forgetting to bring the things he needs. You could feel the speaker's irritation, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Or they're constantly gossiping about me behind my back. Or the classic workplace complaint, my boss is continually interrupting me while I'm trying to work.
Okay, so it's the frequency plus the speaker's negative feeling about it.
Exactly. The adverb is the key trigger for that specific meaning of annoyance or finding it strange. You can't just say he's forgetting his keys and get that same flavor. You need he's always forgetting.
That makes sense. I can almost hear the tone of voice just from the grammar. It can be kind of humorous, too, sometimes, can't it? Like sarcastic.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, you're always so helpful. When clearly you mean the opposite. It's perfect for that kind of dry wit or exasperation. It packs an emotional punch.
Right. Okay, one more. Use number 8. This sounds really subtle. Feelings you're starting to be aware of.
This is probably the most nuanced one and, yeah, less common, but fascinating. It captures that dawning realization, the feeling that's just beginning to form. Let's compare again. I realize I made the wrong decision. That's a statement of fact. The realization has happened. But I'm realizing I made the wrong decision. Can you feel the difference? It suggests the thought process is happening now. The feeling is still growing, still sinking in.
Wow, yeah, it's like you're describing the mental process itself.
Exactly. Or, I find it difficult to work with him. That's a general statement about your established feeling. Versus, I'm finding it difficult to work with him. This implies it's a newer feeling, something you're just starting to grapple with. Maybe the difficulty is increasing or becoming clearer to you now.
That's incredibly subtle.
It is, and this raises an important question, about how these small shifts in tense can convey such deep layers of meaning, even emotional states. It's like watching the thought happen.
It really is, like the mind is actively processing it as you speak. So, okay, let's try and wrap our heads around this. What does this all mean? We started thinking present continuous was just about now, but it's so much more. It covers ongoing things, temporary stuff, future plans, even annoyance in these like dawning realizations. It's way more complex than it first appears.
It really is.
Yeah.
And understanding these different facets, these 8 distinct uses we've talked about, it just makes your communication so much more precise. And just as importantly, it helps you understand the nuances when you hear other people speaking or when you're reading. Are they talking about now, the future? Are they annoyed? Is something temporary? My advice. Start listening for it. In conversations, movies, podcasts, you'll start noticing these different uses everywhere, and it really sharpens your ear.
That's great advice. Okay, so a final thought for everyone listening. We know the tense often describes action or temporary states. But think about this. How might consciously choosing the present continuous, say, over the simple present in your own conversations subtly shift how people perceive what you're saying? How might it change their understanding of your intentions or the situation itself? It's pretty amazing what a difference one little tense can make, isn't it?